I'm Willoughby, and this is Mary Lou Maddie.
And this is
Spock! He's my action figure. And he's got a man purse.
Awesomeness! Well, today on Nugget News, we'll be going over a guy who married a dog.
In India.
In rural India, in the southern state of Tamil Nadu. The groom was a 33-year-old Indian farmer named
Selvakumar.
His now wife,
Selvi.
So, the reason he married this four-legged bitch would be because he stoned two other dogs to death
And then string them up to a tree 15 years ago.
And that kind of cursed him, and he got his feet and hands became paralyzed, and he lost hearing in one of his ears.
So he went to the holy person in his village, and he told him that he should marry a dog to make the curse go away.
He could only undo the curse if he married a dog and lived with it. So the women of the family chose a female stray dog who they bathed and clothed to be wed. And the bride was brought to the temple by the village women, and a Hindu priest married them. Let's show you a picture of Selvakumar sitting next to his canine bride, which was adorned in orange sari and flower garland. As you see from this picture, this dog doesn't look too happy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be, honestly.
Me neither.
It's being forced to marry someone that you don't even know well.
Afterwards, in this ceremony, when the feast was kind of going on, she tried to run away, but they chased her down and brought her back to her new husband.
She's being forced to marry someone. So cool.
And she's a dog. Let's not forget that one. She also, they had a giant feast in honor of, the marriage. They're all eating and having a good time, and here's the dog sitting down eating a bun.
And one of the friends of the groom, he said, the dog is only for lifting the curse, and after that, he plans to get a real bride. And he's just dumping the dog.
I mean, really, so first, let's go through the life of this dog. This dog is born as a stray, going around, eating scraps off of the ground. One day, these women just come up and grab it and, start bathing it, and it's like,
and clothes on it.
And then they're like, you're going to marry my son. And the dog's like, oh my God. And so all of a sudden it finds itself in this giant crowd of people having to sit next to this guy who's killed other dogs to marry it. It's like marrying a murderer or a cannibal. It's just disgusting.
Yeah, and then they bring you back after you try and leave, and it's just too much. And now she has to live with him, for who knows how long.
And I don't think this will actually lift the curse. And seeing as it probably won't, we don't know how long this dog is going to be imprisoned with this man. Seeing as it probably won't lift a curse.
It's probably not even a curse, The guy probably just got sick and now he's paralyzed.
He has some health problems that just happened to happen after he killed two dogs and tied them to a tree. What's with the whole tying to a tree?
Yeah, but come on. That's just way
dramatic.
Too much. Yeah.
Really?
Violent. Stoning them to death. What does he have against God? Dogs.
What do I have against God? I don't have anything against dogs, but I wouldn't and of all ways to kill them, he stoned them to death.
Way too dramatic.
Die, 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 die.
Now I'm gonna tie you to a tree. Have fun.
Have fun. You're already dead.
Shut up. He's crazy.
True. The guy, I just think he's, kind of crazy. And I mean, I don't really blame them though for doing that. The fact that if if the medicine man told him to do it, he's just like following a remedy. But it seems like quite a dramatic remedy to go and get married.
Especially when, I mean, obviously it's something against dogs. I mean, and then you would go and marry one of them, and then torture. Well, still, he is kind of torturing the dog, you know. And who would want to marry someone who married a dog? Like, one of his friends said that he would marry another woman afterwards.
Well, it could be an arranged wedding, seeing as the mom is the one who found this dog. She might be the one who would find the woman, too. But really, I'd feel sorry for that woman, too, marrying a dog murderer whose previous wife was a dog. Which is just craziness, just saying, it's craziness.
They would probably, the woman anyway, would probably understand it since then, at that place, they marry animals to love curses and such.
So do you think the curse is lifted?
Probably not.
I agree with that one. I don't think the curse is lifted either.
Just a waste of money and food and time and the dog's feelings.
A waste of dog's feelings. Well, let's move on to Nugget history. Today on Nugget History, we'll be going over the mysterious life of Anastasia Romanov. Dear precious only friend, how much I should like to see you again. You appear to me today in a dream. I'm always asking Mama when you will come. I think of you always, my dear, because you are so good to me. Rasputin may have raped some of the members of the court and may have had some bad activities with the four duchesses.
They were told they were being moved to a new location to ensure their safety in anticipation of the violence that may ensue when the White Army reached Yekaterinburg. Were herded into a small room in the house's sub-basement and told to wait. Alexandra and Anastasia's brother sat in chairs provided by guards at the Empress's request. After several minutes, the executioners entered the room, led by Yurovsky quickly informed the Tsar and his family that they were to be executed. The Tsar had time to say only what, and turned to his family before he was killed by several bullets to the chest.
Marie, Dr. Botkin, and the Empress's maid, Demidova, were wounded. Thick smoke had filled the room, from so many weapons being fired at close quarters, as well from the plaster dust released by the walls by bullets. To allow the haze to clear, the gunmen left the room for some minutes, leaving all victims behind. When the gunmen returned, and Alexei was slaughtered. One gunman repeatedly tried to shoot or stab the boy in the torso. When they were moved, they had sewn jewels into their clothing so that no one could steal them. So the jewels had blocked some of the stabs. And finally, after giving up on trying to stab him to death, they shot him in his head. Tatiana and Olga were killed by single bullets to the head. The last victims were Maria, Anastasia, and the maid Demidova. And they were all, tried to be stabbed, but the jewels in their clothing stopped. So it's not quite sure how Anastasia had died because there were no wounds in her head. They think that she might have been shot but only grazed her scalp, and that they may have after that done something else to kill her, like strangling her. Because once they were carried out, and the people who were doing it might have possibly been drunk, but once they were carried out, two of the girls, probably Anastasia and Maria, were showing some forms of life. One of them screamed and one of them moaned, and blood was coming out of their mouth. It's thought that Anastasia would be the one moaning and Maria would have been the one screaming. But one thing's for sure, Anastasia did not survive the Romanov massacre.
It's just a mystery.
It is a mystery. Well, thanks for watching Nugget News today, folks. We'll see you on our next show. Bye!